Welcome to Video Creator. Have you ever wondered what invisible secrets lie within the dust and shadows beneath your own bed? Did you know a single cat hair shed on the floor can harbor fungal spores that remain alive for over a year? This is not just a random occurrence, but a shocking reality of evolutionary biology taking place right inside your sleeping quarters. To understand this phenomenon, we must analyze it through the lens of molecular defense mechanisms and sophisticated survival strategies of fungi. This survival is not merely luck, but a highly calculated move by the fungus to ensure its lineage continues despite adversity. We will break down 4 key pillars explaining why a shed hair becomes a time machine for dangerous microscopic pathogens today. Let us begin with the first pillar of survival, which lies in the structural nature of the fungal spore's outer shell. The fungal spores found on cat hair, known as arthroconidia, are completely different from the active fungal cells usually seen growing. When the environment becomes dry and the hair falls from the skin, the fungus shifts instantly into a segmented spore state. This creates a super thick cell wall, reinforced heavily with chitin and complex glucan layers to build a robust defensive shield. Think of this wall as a hard shell that effectively prevents water loss from inside while blocking chemical attacks from outside. This structural integrity allows the spore to retain its vital moisture, refusing to dry out even in the most arid conditions. In this state, all metabolic activities drop to almost zero, placing the organism in a deep and stable biological suspension. It requires absolutely no energy to exist, meaning it will not starve even if it lies dormant for an entire year. Now we move to the second pillar, which explains how the spore ensures it has a reliable source of future nutrition. Cat fungus is a keratinophilic species, meaning it has a specific biological affinity for the hard protein structures found in hair. The cat hair is fundamentally a hard protein structure called keratin, which serves a dual purpose for the survival of fungus. Instead of floating aimlessly in the air, the spore clings to the hair, using it as both a home and food. Even in a resting state, the protease enzymes of the fungus maintain the ability to adhere to the keratin structure effectively. This slow erosion mechanism ensures that the spore does not fall off the hair before it finds a new host body. This brings us to the third pillar, the environment itself. The space under your bed is actually a perfect preservation laboratory. Sunlight, specifically ultraviolet radiation, is the #1 enemy that can destroy the DNA of microorganisms in the open world. However, the darkness under the bed shields the spores from this natural sterilization, keeping their genetic material safe from UV damage. Sudden temperature changes could shatter the spore structure, but the indoor climate maintains a mild state, preserving hibernation for many months. The conditions are so stable that they allow the fungal spores to maintain their dormant state for 12 to 18 months. Buried under dust and protected from the elements, these spores are essentially time travelers, waiting for their moment to wake up. This leads us to the final and most terrifying part, the awakening. How does a dormant spore come back to life? After a year of sleeping in the dirt, the fungal spore needs only 3 specific factors to revive almost instantly. The first factor is temperature. It requires warmth between 30 and 37 degrees Celsius, which matches human body heat perfectly. The second factor is moisture. Sweat or natural humidity on the skin's surface signals the spore that the drought is over. The third and most critical factor is a microabrasion. A tiny, invisible scratch on the skin provides an entry point. Once these conditions are met, the spore roots itself into the wound and begins the rapid process of cell division. This reactivation process is swift and efficient, turning a dormant particle into an active infection in a very short time. The information about 1 year's survival is a fact, based on the supreme cellular differentiation capabilities of these dermatophyte fungi. The cat hair is no longer just waste. It acts as a passive transmission vector, bridging the gap between hosts. It highlights the dangerous imbalance between the resilience of microorganisms and the complacency of humans regarding their living environment hygiene. So the next time you see a stray hair, Remember, it might be a fortress holding a sleeping enemy inside. Let us recap the science. The chitin armor is the first line of defense, a material harder than many plastics. Keratin provides the perfect substrate, acting as a preserved food source that does not spoil over long periods of time. The darkness of your bedroom provides the sanctuary, protecting the spore from the radiation that would otherwise kill it instantly. And finally, your own body provides the heat and moisture required to wake the fungus from its long, deep slumber. These spores are microscopic, invisible to the naked eye, which makes them an even more effective and stealthy biological threat. Regular cleaning is your only defense against this accumulation of biological time bombs hiding in the corners of your room. Using high-efficiency filters can help trap these spores before they have a chance to attach to your skin and reactivate. Grooming your pets regularly also reduces the amount of contaminated hair that ends up accumulating in the dark, dusty corners. Allowing sunlight to enter your room is a natural disinfectant that can weaken the defensive structure of these fungal spores. Remember the 4 pillars: the armor of chitin, the food of keratin, the shelter of darkness, and the awakening heat. Understanding these biological mechanisms empowers us to take better care of our living spaces and protect our health more effectively. A clean home is not just about aesthetics. It is about breaking the survival cycle of these persistent and ancient organisms. The story of the cat hair and the fungus is a reminder of the complexity of life at the microscopic level. Nature has devised incredible ways to survive, and sometimes those survival strategies play out right beneath where we sleep at night. Fungi are masters of survival, capable of waiting patiently for years until the perfect moment arrives for them to thrive. Science allows us to see the invisible and understand the risks that were previously hidden in myth or simple ignorance. Researchers continue to study these mechanisms to develop better ways to prevent infections and keep our living environments safe. While our bodies have defenses, reducing the initial load of spores in our environment is always the best preventive strategy. Controlling humidity in your home is another effective way to prevent these spores from finding the moisture they need to wake. Washing bedding at high temperatures can also destroy the protein structures and enzymes that allow the fungus to cling on. Heat is a double-edged sword. It can wake them up, but extreme heat will destroy their cellular integrity permanently. We love our pets, and knowing the science behind their fur helps us coexist with them safely and happily. The concept of the hair as a time machine is a fascinating reminder of how resilient life can truly be. Like seeds waiting for rain, these spores are programmed by evolution to endure the harshest times, to reach the best times. Next time you see dust floating in a sunbeam, think about the complex biological potential hidden within those tiny specks. Protecting your skin barrier is just as important as cleaning your home, as intact skin is your best shield. Your skin's natural oils and healthy bacteria also play a role in fighting off these opportunistic invaders every single day. Be mindful of where you walk barefoot, as these spores can exist in many places, not just under your bed. Biology is often a balance between beauty and danger, and the microscopic world is the ultimate example of this duality. The speed at which they can colonize a nutrient source is a testament to millions of years of evolutionary refinement. Embedded in their DNA is the instruction manual for survival, written over eons of enduring droughts and harsh environments. Knowledge is the key to safety. Understanding what lives in our homes helps us make better decisions for our health. Make it a habit to clean the hidden areas of your home, not just the places that you can see. A clean underbed area is a hostile environment for spores, denying them the shelter and stability they need to survive. Ventilation is also crucial. Keeping air moving prevents the stagnant conditions that allow dust and spores to settle undisturbed. We've explored the chitin armor, the keratin food, the dark shelter, and the heat-triggered awakening of the fungus. We hope this deep dive into the microbiology of cat hair has changed the way you look at household dust. You can sleep soundly tonight, knowing that with proper hygiene, you have neutralized these microscopic time travelers effectively. If you found this information shocking or useful, Please share this video to help others understand their home environment. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the fascinating and hidden worlds around us. Science is everywhere, from the vast galaxies above to the tiny dust bunnies hiding quietly underneath your bed frame. Stay curious, stay clean, and keep exploring the amazing biological mechanisms that govern the world we live in today. Thank you for joining us on this microscopic journey. We appreciate your time and your interest in learning with us. Remember to check your cleaning routine and keep an eye out for our next video, coming very soon. Until next time, take care of yourself and your home. This has been a presentation of Scientific Discovery. Thank you for watching. This is Video Creator, signing off. Stay safe and see you in the next video.